3 is a short tutorial on how to use the calculator to find your max or min for your quadratic equation, aka the vertex. So it indicates if it's a max or a min depends on which direction the parabola is open, if it's up or if it's down. So you still need to know how to solve these by hand, but if we wanted to do it in the calculator, what we would do is put our quadratic into y1. So for the example that's on your handout, that would be negative 16x squared plus 25x minus 35. So you put that into your y1 and you graph it. Now, this is a calculator skill you need to have. If you go to your graph and you're not seeing what you plotted, you have two ways to fix this. You can either go to zoom, and you can zoom in or out depending on if it's not showing enough of the graph. So if you look there, it showed up there. Another way that you could adjust this is by going to your window, and if you need to see more from the left and the right, you could adjust your x min to be more negative or your x max to be more positive. I'm sorry for that interruption. So again, if you need it to go more to the left, make your x min more negative. If you need it to go more to the right, make your x max more positive, so larger numbers. If you need it to go up or down, so for down, you would make your x min more negative or your x max more positive. So if we want to go back to our graph and I want to shift this to show more of my graph, in my window, let's make my x min like negative 60. And then I can see more of my graph. So either zoom in or out or adjust your window. So now that I have my quadratic graph, I'm going to go to second calc, and I'm going to select max or min. So let's look at our graph again. This parabola is open down. That means my vertex is a maximum. So on my calculate tab, I'm going to select the maximum command. So you can arrow down or press number 4. And now this is where it's important, is the order of where you're picking the points. So here it says left bound. That means first you need to select a point that's on the left side of your parabola. So if you arrow left and right, you can see that the black blinking dot is on the left side of my parabola, so I'm going to hit enter. Then I need to go to the right bound, so I'm going to arrow over until it's on the right, hit enter again, then enter a third time, and it will tell you this vertex, so your x and y coordinate, and on a test or a quiz it would specify how much you're supposed to round. So that is your maximum, your vertex, 0.781, negative 25.235, if you were rounding, or I'm sorry, 2.234. Now let's say that this wasn't negative, and if I were graphing this parabola, my vertex would actually be a minimum. So let's look at that. If I'm looking for the minimum, I'm going to select the minimum, so 3 on my second calc tab, minimum. And again, you still need to select the left first, then the right, and enter a third time. And there is your minimum or your vertex. And that is all it requires.